Are we? Yes. Yes, we are live. We are live, my friends. Let me just quickly make sure that this is all working as it's supposed to. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Don't make a noise. 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 It made a noise. That's good, though. It's good that it made a noise. It's kind of what I wanted. All right. Okay, I think there's a bug on my screen. Okay, let's go. Finally, we are finally finishing this. I'm so excited to finally get the full picture. And as you can see, I am using my Skirk team because I'm pretty sure this is when Skirk is introduced. And it also has Farina and Escoffier, who are both from Fontaine. So it's fitting. It's fitting.
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
Sure. Let's eat something. See, this is the problem with, you know, doing a quest in, what, 3 parts? So, yeah. That's on me. Who is that? Oh, that's not who we were even looking at.
Quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake!
I thought Farina gets all of them. It hasn't already sold out for the day?
It was so delicious the last time we tried it! Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. Paimon's sure it'll be great!
Can't let anyone get ahead of us.
1 slice of cake, please.
What?
Someone showed up after all!
They can't do that.
Oh,
That's illegal.
You're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Yeah, she somehow hold herself still
Say
up.
something like that.
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
What about coffee cake?
Do you come here often?
That's the problem with the
Usually every day.
autoplay, is that it doesn't usually actually
Every
play.
day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
It's a lot of
Ugh.
expensiveness.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat
Why
cake
would
here
you say
anymore?
that?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know
What?
either, but maybe
Oh, dang, that's
maybe the waters will rise.
Paimon, what the heck? Why would you be saying that?
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention
That's
to
so
that.
somber.
Still,
Don't do that.
even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's
Mm.
the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Yeah, true. True.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you.
Aw, cute.
Citrine said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Being sad. Do Melusines not know what it is to
Oh,
be
you know
sad?
Citrine?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans.
Citrine
She
knows
said
all
that
about
humans
humans.
are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food.
That's
So
certainly one
please
way.
Try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right?
Thank you. I'm gonna eat then. A granola bar.
And there she goes.
But it's cake flavored, so it's, you know,
All right, let's dig in.
symbolic or whatever.
I'm sure this cake will be delicious. It's more delicious than last time.
Tastes
And
pretty
the
good.
flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow.
Paimon, stop being so
Sure would be nice
pessimistic.
if we could always eat delicious food here.
Paimon, what the heck? That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do.
Oh, we're near the Seabird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Why do you sound so suspicious or mischievous when you're saying that? Where am I meant to go? What? Seriously? Okay. Side quest time. Sick. Nice. Cool. What the heck is this? Ah, it's the fly trap. Okay. Cool beans. Okay, and now we can do the Archon quest. Yes. What's this? Steak tartare. Oh, I should probably, fragile 11 hours. Yeah! That means I should probably use it, right? I'll do it after. I'll just have to remember that I have to do it after. Which I probably won't. But that's fine.
If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Mm-hmm.
You've got some nerve. You just used us to make some quick mora.
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with
One
some
mora.
food.
Really? Oh, you're the best.
Of course, that's what gets Paimon.
You're almost a little too easy to win over.
Yeah,
Paimon.
truly.
If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden?
I'm
You
suspicious.
looking for me?
I don't trust her.
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Still crazy that Mono gets more
Ah,
character
so you
development
know
in
Miss
this
Mona
than her
as
own
well.
story
She's
quest.
a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Yeah, trying to get into the Fortress of Meripede would probably get you that.
In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Never!
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do
Not
is
gonna talk
dive
about
deeper and
the
actually talk
Traveler
about the things you've seen and
travails or whatever it
experienced.
is of her stalking Clorend. You seriously want to interview me?
Yeah. Are we even qualified enough?
You can't be qualified to be interviewed.
If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it.
Yeah, that was a
But
little bit
not
of a
right now,
dumb.
of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
We might. Paimon was gonna say something about
In
not
that
having a
case,
few
we'll
days
just
to prepare or
chat
something.
when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now.
I'm
Talk
so
to you later.
confused how all of this stuff like relates to each other. Why are we doing this? We have a
Wait, Jen,
trial
Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
about the
If,
prophecy. Yeah.
just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously
It
asking,
might be.
then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have
Buy a
duty
boat.
to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview
Like,
of ours. I know
We
what you're thinking.
Fontaine
That
doesn't
sounds a bit sad,
get
but
sunk.
I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy.
We know that.
Just think about it.
But
If this nation really
what's
were to be
gonna
suddenly destroyed tomorrow,
happen,
but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person,
bro?
then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless.
Charlotte, your
And you know what
priorities
I'd
are a
do?
little skewed.
Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible.
Like, are we gonna get the
I'm not a
Hexen
dreamer,
Circle
nor
involved?
am I a workaholic, but I
Or
do
just,
love my job.
you know,
And
we're
I'd be
gonna
proud of
have
leaving such an
Child
article
and
behind.
Skirk help
I
with the
guess you could say
prophecy.
that I was
And how
born
does
to
the
be a
narwhal
journalist.
fit in?
But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
How the heck does the narwhal fit in?
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her.
I don't.
Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Okay.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking.
Really?
If
That's
it
new.
wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No,
Go to the next
Paimon
world.
should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
This is weird. This is weird. Why is Paimon saying this? Like, what? It feels weird. It's just like Charlotte said. Suddenly trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Until that moment comes, I think I'll try to keep journeying on.
You mean, still traveling?
Yeah, cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Oh.
Not looking for ether?
Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Exactly. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts the interview in the Spina de Razula safe house at the Fleuve Ken... I have no idea how to pronounce that. Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well. And the fact that we just skipped through all of that means that the rest is probably dedicated to the court case.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
That's rude.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Then why did you choose to sleep there? You didn't have to.
So the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to look for
Doesn't
you
sound like a
before.
Fontanian name.
I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide.
So are you under the impression that we might be wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Let's hear it. Did something happen?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said,
Stop, Paimon. I don't
personally
like
think it was that serious.
being in sync with you.
Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience
Interesting.
members suddenly
Why?
started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Interesting.
And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for
Putting
the pressure they've been under due to the
our
prophecy.
suing. Is
I
it
agree.
is suing or putting on trial?
People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary.
But they never relied on
Whenever people
Farina.
feel threatened, gods are also the first to
Yeah.
be blamed.
I mean, it's even worse
So what
here
happened
because
after that? Is Farina okay?
Farina didn't do anything.
Seeing that the situation was
But that's the problem,
spiraling
to
out
be
of
fair.
control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their
Farina being
hands full
Farina.
maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
She's missing?
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
That's not great. We have a
Said,
missing
I don't
Archon?
think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Oh, is that so? Well, all right then.
What
In that case,
is-
you two take care. I'll be heading back to the
What's
Palais
gonna
now.
happen? They're like making so many comments on like, oh, Farina's a god,
Well,
don't worry,
sounds like
she'll
we
be
should
fine.
hurry over to Poisson then.
Poisson? You sure caught on quickly.
If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead,
Yeah, but the
she'll
fact
look
that
for a
she's
place to wait out
hiding
the
is
heat.
strange. It's not like her.
And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone.
Yeah, she gets flustered very
When
easily.
Nervala was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her
Poisson.
sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today.
Yeah.
Hana thinks Farina's
She went somewhere to
probably
think.
taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of
Wait, so we
guilt
think
that
she's in Poisson? Poisson?
Well, what do you think?
Sorry.
Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too.
Paimon, you're
Cool, huh?
stupid. Looks like those detective novels have had an effect on you.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come.
Okay, it's a very interesting call to just... I also have no idea which team I should be using. Because I have an Arlecchino team, I have a Farina team, I have a Nervalette team. And I genuinely don't know which one to do. Poisson? Sorry. I'm like half brain rotted. Thing is, it's not like actual brain rot,
This
it's
place
just
looks
stupid
deserted.
like Vine
Guess all
memes.
the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation.
Yeah.
Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
I think we found her. Why is she sitting under the bridge where it's dripping? She doesn't look happy.
That's Farina, right over there. She really is here.
Are we
all on her
stalking an Archon? Stay quiet for now.
own. Mhm.
Paimon, you have 0 quiet bones in your body.
Should
Oh,
I
she's
just
crying.
give up? This is all meaningless.
Dang.
What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead.
Not everyone.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
I do have to say, I do like their use of the
Give
the
up,
tear
Farina.
animations that they do.
There's no point in holding out.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
Who are you talking
What
to?
can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Oh, I forgot that I'm supposed to speak. Sorry.
Don't worry, Farina. It's just us.
Yeah, I forgot what Lumin was supposed to be saying.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land.
I don't even know why she
Why, I
tries to
almost
keep
thought
putting
you were
on a
someone
front.
from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina,
No one respects you
you
anyway.
were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean?
What do you
tear
mean?
stains?
Never. No, Misha.
I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was
Oh, so moving.
I'm still trying to process it.
Are we gonna like literally
Who did that uncivilized
invite her to
rabble think
court
they were,
right now?
disturbing my enjoyment of the arts?
Because that would be kind of
They
crazy.
even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson.
You're gonna teach them a
I can
lesson.
just imagine their
No,
twisted and
I am not-
frustrated faces once they
I'm not getting
realize that
distracted.
I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Maréchaussée Phantom are freaking
Also,
out
I
right
thought
next to them,
I thought
too.
Maréchaussée Phantom was Clarent. Wow, that is a crazy laugh. Great actress. I thought the Maréchaussée Phantom was Clarent, not like a group. Yeah, stop trying to act tough, Farina. You're actually beyond devastated right now, aren't you?
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
Get her!
Quick, after her!
Are we gonna fight a bunch of Fontainians? Because that would be kind of crazy.
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are. They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person.
I
all
don't think they want
day.
your autograph.
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just
I was
ran
about to
out.
say, I think she just ran away.
We have to catch up with her.
We're running. Slowly. And they're jogging. They're jogging after us. They're jogging. They're continuing to jog. Yeah. And there's like no music. Yeah.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What?
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost...
Fine,
Oh,
fine.
sorry, I
suppose
clicked too
haste
soon.
is warranted. Lead the way.
Where are we going? What's going on? I thought we're meant to be putting her in court. We're hiding in a cabin made out of metal. That looks like a boat.
Paimon's exhausted.
Paimon, you don't even run. You literally float.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This place isn't what I'd call soundproof. You might want to lower your voice to stay hidden.
You're right. Yep, that's a good girl.
Paimon, you have zero right to be talking right now.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
Poisson?
It
Sorry.
can't be.
I'll stop.
It's happening
I'll stop.
again.
Well, there's no need
This
to
is
worry
serious.
too
This
much
is really
about that.
serious.
Neverlette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of
I hope so
Poisson,
too.
they've already...
They're dead. Has Farina finally reached her limit? Now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff. You begin to talk amongst yourselves as Farina slowly calms
It's
down
true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years.
and have come up
I once had
empty-handed.
informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing.
To no avail.
All my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot
The
make an
sinners will
enemy of
sink.
the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way.
There we
And the
go. The
prophecy
heavenly
shall be
principles
fulfilled.
mentioned. But even then, you still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase.
Dang, she
It's
is
me
really
finally
pessimistic.
coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed, I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson.
But
Fate
giving up
is
after that
really
point
unreasonable, isn't it?
is
It has no heart and obeys
Cold.
no rules.
it's heartless.
The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives.
So that's why we have
Just
to
now,
do something.
It all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late.
We have to do
Don't
something.
worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
But she doesn't have a plan.
Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to
Oh,
play
okay.
the stricken
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
but
sure.
honestly, considering my rank
Mhm.
and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any of what I just
Yeah, of
said
course
seriously.
not. No, it's
How
not a
could I
serious
possibly
topic at
let
all.
Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy.
I don't
You
understand.
were actually being honest
She
just
was.
now.
She was. She just hides a lot. We're running out of time. We can't just go back to square one like this. I have to find more information. I have to get more information out of her. Farina, you might not have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
Yeah, but that's literally, like, the only reason you're saying that is because of the prophecy. So but there's nothing stopping you. There is no physical force that is making you not do that. But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness. Are we written in the loom? No, in Irmin Soul, or is that our sibling?
I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Yes.
And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator.
We're in the stands.
If that's the case...
There's no time left. Please, Farina, just spit it out. Ooh, cutscene, story, little thing. It is! Cutscene! Come on! No! What the? No shot. How the heck? How the heck did that happen? Wait, was this part of our plan?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance.
What the heck?
Without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
Oh, that's how we're doing this.
So
Okay.
This is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes.
Where did the debris of the
Do not
house
forget,
go?
However, that I am
Is she Focalor or Farina? Which one is she?
The embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
Okay, no, it's just here. It's in
May
the
I
back.
interpret these words as your
Ooh.
refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to
Yeah.
defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god?
Yeah, it's pretty baller, honestly.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Yeah.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
Is she gonna start speaking?
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina,
Bro.
what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, that was
It
my
would
water.
seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not
Okay.
always an indication of surrender.
Sneaking her way out of it
For
again.
excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to
Yeah,
indicate
that's my
my
assumption.
acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary.
And also, what the heck is going on with the
I will admit
Oratrice?
That I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson.
Finally.
It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me.
Are we gonna do an actual
I, too,
court
am
case on her, like the
exceedingly
same
disappointed in
mechanics?
myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time,
Let's do it.
I will protect you.
Okay, this is getting serious.
Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now
I believe her.
unfolding
I believe
before
her.
your eyes. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace
Yeah,
the
no, I do
stage of
believe her.
Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon.
I'm so confused why we
will now
switch between Focalor and Farina. Bro, what the heck? Don't do that.
Now we're making history.
Why are the voices so low? They should be the same.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on!
Yeah.
Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes?
No, I still think that
Also,
things are gonna
even though
happen.
She's still acting super dramatic. She is taking this seriously this time, right?
I think so.
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
Probably either me or
Asks
Neuvillette.
the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Or, yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that so?
Yeah, that was my
Very
assumption,
well.
right?
Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated
Is
opponent.
Lumine gonna get a voice line? No. We were so close to getting her to tell us the truth, and it still turned out like this in the end. It's okay, though. As long as we defeat Farina in court, we'll still have a chance to figure everything out. And now, the crowd waits 5 minutes for us to walk up a bunch of stairs to get to these very, opposite
Also,
ends.
please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins, just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well,
Eh,
we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I guess so.
I
True.
can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of
Taylor
the people who
Swift,
participated in
just
the
better in
disturbance
every way.
this morning were my subordinates.
Ooh. Yeah,
They
that's,
changed
yeah,
into
I was
plain
gonna say.
clothes and came to the
The
Opera
fact,
House as
once we
regular
got
audience
here, I was like,
members,
oh, those probably
waiting
aren't
for the perfect
actually.
opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and
How did we
analysis
get
of
here,
you,
though?
when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
And what,
So,
haul
you mean
the entire
the ones
thing?
who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina.
And their goal was to force you to step into
Yeah,
the giant magic
but how did the
box
giant
so
magic
you may
box
personally participate in the greatest
get
magic performance
here?
in all of Fontainian history.
And Lynette is just sitting there like,
That's right.
yeah.
That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate
That's my chair,
version
not
of
a
the
fart.
setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume
Is
of
there-
the box was increased by a whole order of
L-
magnitude.
was there
and the
a
distance
giant
traversed
tunnel?
was the entire gap between Poisson and Arenias. Its cargo, of course, was
Was-
an Archon
yes.
instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary
Applause,
performance.
applause.
You're welcome.
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support.
Yeah,
The
okay,
House of
that's
the
that
Heart
was my
spent
assumption.
a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a
I
location.
wanna see a CG of
construct a giant
Arlecchino.
magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path
Yeah, they
through the water.
dug a giant
It was a
tunnel.
So,
Oh.
in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
That's cruel. That's like cold, honestly. Sorry about that. We deceived you back there.
Then, I can guess Nervillette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the
Yeah.
champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without
All
a hitch.
set so that
Am I right?
we could get the truth.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage.
Bro,
Only
Hoge
the
is so,
most
like,
outstanding champion
expressive, I love
duelist
it.
in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you,
She's so majestic.
traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I
It
didn't
feels very
notice anything
manipulative,
amiss
though.
before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
No, you guessed wrong.
Oh?
My mission was to give you one last chance. We hoped that you'd share your secret with us before the magic box arrived on stage.
Is that so? Then I
Looks like she has
suppose I
actual
must have
regret in
missed
her
my
face.
final chance.
Yeah.
It's fine. It matters not.
What's done is done.
The stage is already set, so there's no reason
What
to
the heck
disappoint
is going on the
audience.
Oratrice? Going on
Let's
with
see
the
this
Oratrice.
trial through to the very end.
She's doing the objection. Yeah, the only thing we could do now is judge is judge the Hydro Archon. Still, I can't help but be a little bothered by that conversation earlier. What did Farina want to say to me right before we arrived on stage?
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
What is it?
Charlotte wanted to give us something?
So that's how Charlotte tied into this.
Hey, Charlotte!
Crazy call out.
Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh?
What does that have to do with anything?
Wait, then that means this document is a perfect
Oh,
timeline
okay.
of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine. So in other words, we can
So we literally are gonna have the same mechanic.
time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument.
It's a super practical gift. I never would have thought of using it this way.
Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
Is it gonna be like a slideshow, cutscene?
The
Oh.
Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice.
Yeah.
Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out. A Fatui
Yes,
harbinger.
let's go!
She's
Sorry.
an extraordinary person.
Sorry.
Her instinct must mean something. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness
Kinda
that
crazy.
scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur
The whale.
Nervillette, both
Important.
the child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers.
N.
The words of someone
Nicole.
as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something.
Why did we
surreal
share all of
happens.
this information with her, by the way? Like, that's a lot of pretty crazy stuff.
The prosecution and the defense are
Yep,
both
we got
in
the mechanic
position.
again.
The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese. Just fast forward to
Are
the
we
part
literally
where the
gonna
prosecution
go
lays
through
out
the
my
entire
offenses.
timeline of Teyvat?
As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course,
Negligence?
it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That is true.
That's true. But my charge here is
Yo, I didn't even
unrelated
know
to your
that. I didn't
conduct
even
as an
recognize that.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the
Aha.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a
This feels like Ace Attorney.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
She's a puppet.
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
What is she gonna say?
Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty?
Interesting.
There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as
Okay,
Farina
otherwise
de
known.
Fontaine,
Okay.
a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
That was interesting, like, that it mirrored itself.
Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, what's our
I've never
plan with
questioned
this?
her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make?
Like, there
such a
are
huge claim?
hints that she's not actually as powerful.
Cause to believe that common sense will prevail
But who would be the
in
Archon?
this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory.
Like, what?
See?
What would she be?
Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge
Well, it's kind of
that
like
will never
putting on your
be
own medal.
upheld?
Didn't you make that?
If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives.
She's trying to escape it.
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Furina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
The people only see you as their Archon because that's their long-held belief.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe
This is
I'm
like a
not
strict
the
version
Archon,
of
then what
the
manner
music
of
called
being
Fontaine.
Do you think I am?
Yeah, I was gonna say, she has
If I was
lived
not the
a
Archon,
long time.
Then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
Gotta think carefully. What do we know to be special about Furina exactly? The Oratrice judged him as guilty in the end. Even Furina didn't know. During the diplomatic, she revealed that yes. That's my assumption as to what is correct. Yes!
You may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Such as a curse.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
Well, I do kind of know Arlecchino's lore, so she's using the information because it's what's true to herself. It doesn't matter who gave us the information. What matters is the veracity of the claim.
Curse. I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
Neverlet sensed it too, huh?
So, Furina, instead of an Archon, could you just be a cursed human?
Lady Furina is actually a human?
Okay, the audience is dumb if they're just gonna
It
be
is true
completely
that it's
convinced after
extremely
this.
difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove
So she admits
that
it.
I'm merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority.
Yes, the
Gods
authority
can do
of the
what
heavenly
humans cannot.
principles.
That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine.
She has
One
power.
need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the indemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Wait, that one trial proved the opposite. Rena actually had no control over the Oratrice at all. This is the child one. Ace Attorney.
Tried to reference the Oratrice.
Boom.
But weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions
Aha.
of the gods are naturally
That's not a great
difficult for humans
excuse.
to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Yes, there is.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances
Yeah.
is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost
And you're also
intended
talking
win
to
this
the
trial.
Hydra Dragon. I
You'll
think
prove
he would
yourself unable
understand.
to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That's not even advanced
That was
thinking.
no
That's just
trick of
natural.
rhetoric, Lady Furina.
Yeah.
I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice.
making the music a little lower.
Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
It's actually a good point.
The real Hydro Archon. Well, now
Yeah,
you're
like we don't
really
have a
losing
good
me.
person to assume
It
is.
is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
Well, I just think that the fact that you don't know anything about it is what's
She's
telling.
throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
Sure, we could put the Oratrice aside for now. But then, Miss Farina, could you give us a brief demonstration of your power as an Archon?
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
Immediately called out. A brief demonstration of your power over Hydro should be quite harmless. Surely an Archon can at least match the capabilities of a human with a vision.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium.
What does that have to do with
Thus
anything?
did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge
Right?
stretch?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Yeah.
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar.
But you are.
I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please?
Oh, dang.
You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
That's a deep voice.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Well, it's only been 500 years.
That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm
Right?
not
Yeah, that's the biggest
real
sticking point.
Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow.
Yeah.
Came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now?
That's like the one thing that I'm still thinking about. If we can't prove that she isn't the Archon, we can try to prove that she is just a human. And if she is only human... Okay, interesting. Murder case unfolded in the midst of Linny and Lynette's first performance at the Grand Opera House, though they were cleared from the accusations, their identities. That doesn't have to do with anything. Serial Fontainians. We are not going to try and test by pouring primordial seawater on her. We're not doing that. It's gonna have to, it has to do with the primordial seawater, which literally just leaves out Linny. My call is this? Is this the right one? No? Okay, it's not.
Right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used
Okay.
as compelling evidence to build our case.
So then this one, that's my second choice. Is that not it? No? Okay, fine. So then the disappearances? Really?
It has been established that all Fontainians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human,
Ah,
then
okay,
there's
so we are
another
actually
that
gonna
you
try it
can
out.
use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution
Yeah.
before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Protocol.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn.
You say that, but
I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As
Poisson.
everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends.
Stop!
So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Or touching it.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
It doesn't matter
If
what
Lady
she's
Farina's
done. It's a
indeed just
good
human,
suggestion either way.
She's probably Fontainian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
But if she's not Fontainian, then she would still do it. Doesn't prove anything. Cutscene? Farina?
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess
I don't know why
the
I'm
right to
nervous.
decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
True.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word.
Everyone with a monocle is evil.
It does
I don't know what
seem
this guy
like she's quite
does,
terrified
but
of
he's
it.
evil.
That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... that's not what we thought she would...
She's gonna touch it!
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
Did she not know?
Hey!
She's actually... That's impressive, but she seems scared.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is
She seems just as shocked as everyone else.
dissolved. Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon. I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water. Really?
She's like
was this
scathing.
not the most obvious thing in the world?
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siege, Win, don't be nervous. It'll
What?
just take a few seconds. Let me see. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms
Yeah.
of hyperventilation and flushed skin.
Nerves.
These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of
What?
a similar concentration.
Isn't that just nerves? The hyperventilation, flushed skin. That's just nerves.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh wait, what did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well,
She was nervous.
Considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve
She's
an
like,
actual
ah,
human.
she's cute.
After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out
But-
of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low concentration sample.
But she could have just been nervous.
Expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You...
But what's really going on here? Farina can't have not known the consequences of touching the water as a human. This is too unlike how she usually acts, unless there's actually more important to her to keep up her facade than to save her own life? But hadn't she given up on everything a long time ago?
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks.
They don't have any looks on their faces. They're just blank face.
Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater?
Have Neverlet touch it.
Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
I don't think she's a normal human. Do I? I don't know. Do I? I don't know. That stop.
Listen to me. I swear,
Stop showing tears.
I am your Archon.
She's like throwing a tantrum. This is bad. Stop it. I thought that was Farina for a second. I was like, what the heck?
The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Farina to win.
But there's still no conclusive evidence.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
Cutscene? Uh-oh. Oh, God. Something crazy is about to happen. Cutscene? Cutscene? Oh.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human,
what's about to happen?
Who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is
guilty.
Guilty.
Called it. I mean, that's not even something that I could just call. That's just pretty obvious. What's about to happen? Leaves the Hydro Archon weeping on her throne.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Cutscene. Oh, no, just the ticket from the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. Something is going to happen. Something is going to happen.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale,
it's going to be that she's not... Stop doing this. I hate when the game does this. Stop having the verdict in the line after. If I press space, my storytelling, like, as a story writer, it would be a lot more compelling if it said not guilty. Yeah, okay, I'm right. Okay.
Well, what's wrong? What's the origin?
Yeah. Yeah, something is going on with that. It's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, like, it has to be a payoff, right? So it can't be. Did the Oratrice just declare Farina to be innocent?
No. The Oratrice also
What?
displays a guilty verdict.
I was wrong?
Isn't that correct then?
Or is Neverlet just not happy?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydro Archon, guilty.
But it doesn't display Farina.
Punished via the death sentence.
That... What?
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences?
What the heck?
It was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice.
But it didn't say Farina, it said the Hydro Archon, and we don't know who the Hydro Archon actually is. So, the whole thing is that we're putting Farina on trial because she's not the Hydro Archon, right? And then it's saying that the Hydro Archon is guilty via the death penalty, but Farina isn't the Hydro Archon. She's guilty because she's not, right? So Farina can't be killed by this because she's not the Hydro Archon.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice?
The wording is too... It's too fancy.
Of things, so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
This outcome is indeed quite strange.
Why do we listen to the
According
Oratrice in the
Fontaine's
first
current
place?
definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah, even Vache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil
Yeah.
mastermind behind the serial
Yeah, this is what I was
case.
saying. What's more strange is, instead of Furina, the Oratrice rendered just judgment onto the Hydro Archon.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today
Exactly.
was also to prove that Furina
That's
has
what I
never
was
been
saying.
a Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
The Oratrice is just gonna, like, come alive. Cutscene? Cutscene?
Excuse me,
What?
if I may interrupt.
Bro, what? Fremy, what are you doing, man?
The trial's still going?
Fremine,
What?
you finally made it.
What the heck is
I
this?
assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father
Okay,
assigns to
doing
me
something for
will
Arlecchino.
always be top priority.
With some help from the other Fatui, Fremine brings a stone slate.
Is that the first prophecy slate?
It's a Jiria. And I don't know who this is. It's a Jiria with people behind her.
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
And
I
she...
looked everywhere
And they did.
finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded?
No.
Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh,
Gonna get
no.
the sandal, the slipper.
Father will be disappointed in me.
It's okay, Fremine. Don't worry, the mystery hasn't been resolved yet. It's not too late for you to still shine.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate.
Ajiria.
Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. I would like you to come here and
Can we
confirm
just
their
jump down from
contents.
here? That would be cool. No? Okay. Okay, fine.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
This looks like the previous Hydro Archon releasing her divine power, turning the Oceanids into human beings.
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Where do we... Oh, I didn't see that these were Oceanids. I just thought it was like stuff coming out. Okay. Interesting.
Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon.
And Ajiria isn't the Hydro Archon.
Do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kind of talking about?
Yeah, which we don't
In
know
truth,
who it is.
Everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
An association between the contents of the slates and the events in real life.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents.
Oh, we're doing
of the
one more
other
mechanic?
three
Okay.
stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Select to check the descriptions on the stone slates to extract key information from them. You can find scenarios related to the stone slate's contents in the incidents recorded in the interview notebook. There you can verify said content. Cool. As the verification, once you have finished verifying all the stone slates, the truth behind the prophecy shall be revealed. Cool. Okay. The real events. I didn't read that.
Slate describes what you just said. It seems to
Yes.
show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids?
At least the original
I wasn't
ones?
expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well.
I mean, that's what we're seeing with the primordial seawater.
The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But The heavens still brought
Ah, the leitmotif.
This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin.
What's the original sin?
Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing? The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't
And
we
also, like,
watch that happen to someone else?
Also, with all of this, sorry, let me just like wrap my head around it. Okay, with all of this, like, how are new Fontainians born then? I mean, obviously they're humans, but I guess the original ones were made from Oceanids. Okay, that can make sense, I guess.
The fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on.
Yeah.
We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
Yeah, like, what are we supposed to... The evidence that verifies prophecy. Prophecy will certainly happen. After the court, the Hydro Archon is guilty. It would be this one, right? What? Okay. Navia. Only the protection of... Right, this one. No, what? Sealed. Judged him as guilty. Yes.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontainians can be dissolved in primordial seawater.
Which means that that's where they're originally derived
long ago,
from.
the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans.
Oh, I didn't... What's the last part? I didn't get the last part. Oops. Celestia floating in the sky and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together, but the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. As guilty. Yes.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervilette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
A sentence never before passed in the court of judgment has been handed down to the Hydro Archon. Just what kind of sin merits such a verdict? So, but it hasn't gone through yet. But it's still the same guilty. It shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. This one.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea.
Interesting.
Could that be alluding to the same thing?
I like that we're actually getting, like, okay, that one's actually not new. This one is. It's like a new CG, and this one is also. Unless that's just a clip from the cutscene. That basically is identical to that described in the prophecy circulating throughout Fontaine. Fontainians will eventually be dissolved, and the Hydro Archon will sit alone on her throne and weep. What? Come on, a mage of the Hexen Circle? I believe that. Yeah, but we know that it's happening.
Slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontainians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
Okay. And now the truth should be revealed.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid.
Yeah.
The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was
They're connected. They're the same.
original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness. and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of
Is this a
was
new
the
thing?
surest sign that the prophecy
No, it's
was
also
about
from the
to come to
cutscene.
pass no matter what. The stone slate's content can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truths should come to light.
So let's hear it, Farina. Cutscene? No, not yet.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now. So that's how you can make sense of it. But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Yeah, we're missing pieces.
Let's hear them.
The first slate reveals that Fontainians are not real humans.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
Why does that stick out to them?
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis.
But they're not original Fontainians. Is it saying like all of their souls? And then like as they were born? I don't get it.
That can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
The second slate reveals that the crime of the Hydro Archon was her creation of Fontainians from Oceanids.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission.
Right,
That
she's
could
playing
also
God.
explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
Because an Archon isn't supposed to create life, it's meant to be the shade of life. Who is it? I mean, now it's Renova. No, not Renova. Now it's Rhine-daughter. Nibirius, I think? Nibirius is the shade of life? Right? I think so.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
I don't understand how she created all of you. I could understand, like, I don't know.
And yet, after many hundreds of years,
it's just, I don't know.
The Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
As for the third slate, I'm still convinced that it should come after the fourth.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
The fourth slate depicts the fulfillment of the prophecy as it's already widely known.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be
Because
washed away.
the sins themselves have been washed away.
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect
I don't know why
so
I'm
many
nervous.
pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates.
Something
But since we only
primordial.
had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well,
Come
I shall
on.
finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Come on!
Well?
Paimon, stop being impatient.
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct.
Let's go.
In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
Are these also Oceanids?
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings.
Ah, interesting.
And wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly
He's just flexing.
to create a new human race.
Right, it's the heavenly
Thus,
principles.
The Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human
So
beings?
it's almost like their souls. But the thing is, doesn't that mean that the Hydro Archon is consistently turning Oceanids into humans? Like, that's the part that I'm
Way
still
too much
stuck on.
information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Does it?
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the 3rd and 4th stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
So they are in the right order? What is the 3rd slate supposed to represent then?
A key point of the visual on the 3rd slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids.
Okay.
They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the sea symbolizes
symbolic.
judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the 3rd slate is...
There was a trial to be held.
The people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
But I thought we already made it that she isn't the Hydro Archon.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
I don't know. It feels like there's no way out of this.
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
Just like N said, just like Nicole said.
Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the 4th slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions.
Which is?
About the 4th slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meropide served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes?
Yeah.
However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come.
Like what?
As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
I have? Wait. Could it be the narwhal? Just what is the true source of the catastrophe?
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause
It's
of the
the
disaster.
narwhal. Prophesized disaster will likely spread from here, from the entrance to the primordial sea. Murder, identities, afflicted. Verifies the intrusion of the primordial sea is
It was both
Yes.
dream and reality.
A giant whale.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Ooh. This is so nerve-wracking. Cutscene? Cutscene! What's happening? What the heck? Oh, and like as soon as we reveal it, this giant narwhal comes out. Come on, Nicolette, do your thing. Things went from like 50 to 100 so quickly. Come on, we're gonna do something. Oh, never mind, Child is gonna do something. I love the leitmotif. Oh, it's so nice. Bam, 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 bam. What a legend. Going back in, yeah. He doesn't look too great. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't look too hot. Are we just gonna jump in? Is that what we're gonna be doing?
That was way too close. How did that thing just burst
And why
into the
now?
opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
That's right. I'd wager that that was also the one that Child saw when he was young.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Sounds like us.
It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be
Fontaine.
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians
It's like a vampire.
to resist.
Interesting.
Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontainians.
We just barely managed
Vampire
to push it
narwhal.
back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner.
Yeah.
From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
Yeah, no, he's putting in the work for sure.
We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
Bro, Paimon, you do not just say it like that. What do you mean?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself.
So why don't we destroy the sea or
Even if
something?
the
I don't know.
entirety of Tevat
I'm
were to be
spitballing.
destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe.
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
For all time.
The prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
This is Nicole talking, right? Not us. After everything, it still turned out like this. We couldn't fight against fate. Wait, but if this is all about fate...
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners, where the gods' gaze does not fall?
The gaze of the gods.
Ultimately,
Hierro.
fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Teyvat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Is this being spoken to us right now, or is this a flashback to when she actually talked to us? Because I don't remember if this is actually what she said. Could it be that even if the prophecy will be fulfilled, there will still be a way to save everyone? Did I miss something? Wait, I forgot about Furina. What was it she wanted to say to me in that last moment in the giant magic box? What is her real secret? Cutscene? Cutscene! Oh, and she's still just like sitting up there.
What's happening with the aura trees?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Yeah. Dang.
No, I still need answers.
Crying on her throne. What is going on? Whoa. Whoa. What the? We just entered Furina's domain or something. She's all white. And her hair is long. And there is a giant guillotine about to chop her head off. And she's smiling.
You.
What do you mean, you? Her voice is deeper. See, this is weird. Like, did they get another person who just sounds like Furina, but a little bit deeper? Or did they just deepen Furina's voice actress's voice?
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just
Or-
too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
Or did they just, you know, get the voice actress? I'm sure she has range.
You are not Furina.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like her.
The sweet
Focalor. Interesting.
Marvelous. A sure sign
I'm
that
confused,
my
though.
attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Why did you want to deceive the heavenly principles?
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve.
My mouth is wide open.
Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused.
She's speaking
when
like
that
a
problem was thrust upon me by my
adeptus.
dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would
Oh, I
surely
love
come to
the
pass.
like the watery version of the Fontainian leitmotif.
And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril.
I like this version of the theme.
So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly
She's
long
short.
time mulling it over, alone on
She's
the
really
ocean
short.
floor. almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles.
It's ballsy.
Allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius.
Did the heavenly
I know.
principles make...
I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor.
But like, what were you before an Archon? Like, she chose you? I thought it's like a reincarnation type. I'm confused.
Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation,
Or was she like an Oceanid or something?
Of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can
Yeah, she
only
speaks like an
play the
Adeptus.
hand
Interesting.
one is dealt. I did not choose this. Any more than
Yeah.
I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's what I thought.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera
That
ever
is
known.
really terrifying. Also, where are we? Why is it just between Neuvillette and Focalors? Where are we? With a giant guillotine.
After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity.
So
And
she's
the
not a
human
clone,
counterpart
she's
I
just
left behind,
a human
I
of you.
named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, Farina's humanity
It's like a
was what
mother.
made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I
It's not
always
quite
wanted to be.
what happened with Greater Lord Kusanali and... Sorry. Lesser Lord Kusanali and Greater Lord Ruka Devada, but it's similar.
Anyway, so then I cursed
Mirror.
her.
What? Excuse me. What? She was perfectly human in every way. Anyway, I cursed her.
All part of
What?
the plan, of course.
Why?
The plan to deceive the heavenly principles.
Cursed her with what? Immortality?
Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress.
Okay.
To play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalors' divinity,
Oh, interesting.
continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
Why add that extra thing?
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
An epic opera.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of
Yeah,
any
it's
other
torture.
ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure.
I'm glad that I'm saying what Neuvillette is saying instead of Paimon.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years.
the same amount of time as when Raiden became the Archon and when Naida became the Archon, and I guess when Furina was puppeted to be the Archon, and when Mavuika, I don't know, I haven't done it yet. Mavuika, what, like drove 500 years into the future? I don't know.
And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely,
fading.
and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Ooh? Cutscene? Or just a change in scenery? Change in scenery. We don't look too happy. I came in contact with Furina's tears? If I remember correctly, tears often contain a being's strongest emotions. With sufficiently strong hydrosensitivity, I can form an emotional connection, just like I did with the Oceanid at the Fountain of Lushin. Wait, could this be Furina's inner world? Furina? What is she doing on stage? Wait a moment, that probably isn't Furina. That's likely a reflection of her inner self. If I can directly speak to that self, I might be able to easily get what I want to know. I came here for answers. Either way, this opportunity is not to be missed. Let me try talking to her. Furina, let's have a chat. As you can see, I am for. How do we get up? Here we go. No, that's the form that you wanted. So if I'm like this, and then I, go like this, and then, I guess I need to go back and no, go back and then like this, no, go back and like this, or no, whatever, it's fine. I was trying to be cinematic or whatever, but I guess not.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for
Does she not know what's going on?
self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
Come on, it's me.
All right. It is not my intent to
What is going on? What the heck is
no need
this?
to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
But I don't see an audience here. Just let the stage lights go off, please, if only for 1 second.
I am Focalor, the
That
eyes
way
of
I can
countless
become
Fontanians
myself
are upon
again.
me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
That's a really smart, choice. Having her actual thoughts be up here as she, spouts a bunch of nonsense. Something's off. There's no getting through to her. Even in her heart of hearts, she's still playing the role of the Hydro Archon. What sort of resolve must she have that even her inner self and subconscious would have such an impenetrable defense? I have to find a way. Turn off the spotlights.
Dear audience, the performance is
Oh.
experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it.
I always like the choice to leave out music even when there is combat. Like, obviously Genshin has fantastic music,
The audience
but
is still watching
when
me,
it's
you know.
still the same, it just makes it seem just so much more somber.
Where are the guards? Guards!
Bam, bam. I really like how they're doing this with the theme, the Fontainian theme. I love it. That's great. It's like, it feels like there's like just a deep sadness. That's all the spotlights turned off. In Furina's heart, they must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I just received some sort of signal. Was that her true voice? A ticket? When did that end up here? Is that what we receive? Is that the legendary item of Fontaine? Either way, looks like the show is about to begin. In that case, show me how you truly feel, Farina. Cutscene. Scene 1. Before a mirror, Farina. Not a cutscene. Yes, a cutscene? Not a cutscene. Interesting. We're not in the audience. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Cutscene?
Farina.
No.
Farina.
Focalor.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Yeah.
I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy.
The prophecy.
Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know.
It's because you are her. You're the mirror of her, not the other way around.
In my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro
She sounds
Archon
so
will remain,
timid and not...
weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Probably.
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But this is all in the pursuit of the ruse that Focalor is trying to put off.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but...
Yeah.
You may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so
There's
much
so much,
certainty.
like, somberness. That's not a word.
For the suffering. Well,
Sombery?
I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer?
True.
But
That's fair.
if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other.
It's very selfless.
Is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Interesting.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
So did Focalor ever actually show her true self, or was it always Farina?
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect.
As soon as Egeria passed on to Celestia, I assume. Did Farina take over? Was there any time period where it was Focalor?
If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But Should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A
That's why the
human
Oratrice
assuming
was
the
made,
role of a
but
god
we still don't
without
know
being
why.
exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like.
So she plays the role.
Remember, your true
It's really
challenge
compelling
will not
character
be
stuff. It's
pursuing
really
divinity,
just so smart.
but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this.
Free game, by the way.
So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends.
People think immortality is a great superpower, but in reality, if you don't have anyone to live that immortality with, it's really just its torment.
But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will
And that's
be
what's
saved.
happening here.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Act 2. A session speech. Farina. I like the way that they're doing this. And we... See, I was gonna point it out, but I think I'll point it out now. Farina, when she is actually Farina and not impersonating Focalors, is in her black outfit, where her hair is short, which identifies her as Farina. But when she's playing up the Archon of Hydro, she looks more like Focalors, is in her white outfit, her longer hair. And when we've seen her, every single time we've seen her in the Archon quests, until that Act 1, it was always in this outfit. I mean, I could be misremembering. But only in Act 1, only in that little scene that we saw of Focalors and Farina talking, was Farina in her black outfit. Kind of also, you know, signifying that that was when she was her own person. And now she's just playing the role. Smart stuff.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Summon courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro
It's interesting that we are doing this.
I am Farina de Fontaine, your new Archon.
Appear earnest.
In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalors, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice.
Close politely.
Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine.
When does she add all of her flair?
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Yeah, so then she's gonna take the input.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
Yeah, it's like she's like a
What's the
mayor or
difference
something.
between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the
obsession didn't actually happen. She might just be a maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake?
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role
Play it up.
of God as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Farina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character.
The backstory of the stuck-up entitled Archon that we know.
Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my
Smart.
rule.
Very smart.
Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified
Smart.
to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful.
And then
Future may yet
that
be bright after all.
delightedness turned into just, she's just a celebrity.
Seems I've turned them around.
It's interesting.
Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Summon courage resolutely with conviction.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin.
Appear earnest, turn up the drama.
The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the
What happens if you click this?
No, this
Yeah,
they'll suspect me again.
that's what I assumed, but I wanted to make sure. What happens if I keep doing it? Okay, it's just gonna be the same thing.
Suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Dang, that's kind of intense, man. Good cheering. I appreciate a good cheer. Act 3. Scene 3. Opera House, Farina. A bed. And what is this? Do we turn this on? No. We sit? Can I turn this on? No. Can I sit? I can sit. I know this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I want to see what I'm supposed to be doing in the environment.
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, let's I'm not just at the opera house in person. Leave these kinds of things to me.
Interesting.
Besides, none of these trials are the one I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what
Dramatic
kind of trial are you truly
trial.
looking forward to?
A magnificent,
Yeah.
dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
How long has it been?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Eventually. Yeah, now we move here. I don't turn that on. I want to turn it on.
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm.
You must get to her head, though.
Deuteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
Is this a character we should know?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good.
But it's
If
tragic
should
because these
happen
people are
again
just
in the
gonna die.
future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Scene 4. Oh, never mind. We're gonna do this first. Books have fallen on the ground.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports.
Ah,
As for the specific parameters you
people
asked
that
to
she
take
sent
note
out.
of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really?
I don't...
Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Still keeping it up. Scene 4. Nope, we go to bed. Back where we started, and we're gonna wake up and everyone's gonna be dead.
The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved.
Day after day, year after year, century after century.
You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Scene 4. Opera House. Arena.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute.
She's doing her due diligence, to be fair.
I don't think
Yeah, it would be exhausting.
today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
And it continues. Scene 5. Opera House. Farina. Research, research, more research. That's a lot of words. Yeah, I was gonna say. Scene 182,365. 75.
It's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame
Wow.
almost 20 generations ago.
Wow.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer. A descendant
She sounds like
of
she's
a line
crying.
most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina. My lady?
What is it? Good
She
citizen?
gonna be crying. Yeah.
Are you crying?
Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro.
Overflow of
from my
hydro.
person.
Just sweating from your eyes, it's
Well,
fine.
Can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
Yeah. It's pretty compelling unraveling, if I do say so.
Interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for
Dang.
hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No.
It's like, how do you turn a character that's stuck up and snobby into someone that no one could deny is a good person? You do something like this.
Destroy all I've done so far. I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Imagine if she did all this and it was all for nothing. Scene 182,376, Opera House, Farina, and... this is us. This is where we come in.
You don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone.
Rare Lumian voice
your
lines.
people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
That's my voice. Is this scene from when we were within the giant magic box? This is great. I didn't think that this scene would replay in her inner world. Surely I'll find out what she wanted to tell me this time.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness?
It's like a hope to her.
I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... She's right.
Yeah.
I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish.
Dang.
But what if it's really all
And there's no way for her to know.
Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide
You need that. You go
frustrations and
crazy.
sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again.
Oh.
Long and hard.
Interesting again is that in her mind, she is in her actual, I forgot whether it's Numa or Osea. But in actuality, she's still in the white outfit, representing Focalors. But in her mind, she is herself. Cool storytelling, visual storytelling, really cool stuff.
No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Yeah.
Fine.
And then she's alone again.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
It's really cool
Yes,
that there's two things happening at the same time. Focalors and Neuvillette and Farina
You must
and
first
us.
deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How
I
would
don't
you build on
understand.
this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice
Yeah.
is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
So why convict
And then
child?
I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it?
Is that not what happened?
Alas, your understanding
Yeah.
of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
Yeah, that is a giant.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the oratories. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide
What's
power
the energy
to
for?
Fontaine.
To kill
The
her?
vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could
Dang.
have sustained Fontainians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the oratories. But only power
I
of
don't
this magnitude
know
could
why
hope
Child
to
was
destroy
convicted
the
still.
Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by
Hmm.
Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for
Interesting.
death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon.
As a concept.
The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course.
Interesting.
In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon
Why,
to
though?
the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again. Really? The authority of the
I don't-
ancient dragons
oh my
shall
gosh.
soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign.
I'll wait to say my thoughts
And
for the
this
very
is
end.
the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
Why wait this long?
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry.
Stop.
I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed.
True.
I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original power
How does that
should
help
be
us,
returned
though?
to you?
What does this
Speaking
do?
of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice.
Interesting.
In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence.
Sure.
Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nervilette,
How do we
the
change
highest
it, though?
judge in our land. When you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence.
Yeah.
but these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The music is gone, so that means we're gonna get a cutscene.
The hour of my execution is almost here.
I still don't know how anything
For the sinner,
changes.
The curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Ah. Cool transitions. Smart. No! Stop! He regains the power, but I still don't understand how any of this helps us. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just as I wish we could. Ah, Nervalette's theme also. The rain is crying.
I, Iudex Nervalette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Whoa. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved,
So giving the power
whatever happened was good for us.
Giving the power back to Nervalette let the prophecy fall through. The death of the Hydro Archon, the original sin, was forgiven by... I'm gonna have to think about it more because I'm not capable of coherent thought right now. That was really good. Okay, let me continue
It's
before.
time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Let's go kill that thing.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
Well, now he's a dragon,
I have
so...
gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature.
Yeah.
We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
You obtained power? Just now?
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
You mean me?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me just quickly close my shade because it's dark out now. I have fought this boss many times, but now we finally get the origin of it. I feel like this team is pretty fitting, honestly.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the wave. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Shower me with a little emotion. Things are about to get tight.
I have enough ER that shouldn't be a problem.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Is that all we had to do? Okay, it is gonna send us in regardless. Ah, and then this part, when we truly sink into the abyss, when it becomes... If Skirk isn't able to defeat this... Yeah, I was gonna say. Cutscene. That was cool. Hi, Skirk. What? She just chucked... Did she just chuck Child through? Oh, God.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
Her design obviously is different because they did change it for when she became playable, but I find it interesting that I don't know if they updated this model, but the new style that Genshin has is that the hair of the characters is slightly transparent. It happens to be an anime thing. In a bunch of animes, the character, it's not like you could actually still see their eyes, but it's almost like a sketched outline. So Genshin makes the hair of their most recent characters transparent. Like it's on the Bennett skin, on the Yelan skin, on all the new characters. And I don't know if this is original. I'm probably going to check out like maybe Brand's original reaction and see if it's still there. But I just think that that's cool. Obviously, the fact that I like kind of, you know, have Skirk and all this stuff kind of makes it a little less hyped. But, you know, that's really why I'm trying so hard to make it in time for NOD-KRAI, is because of stuff like this. Like, I want to experience that hype. So, yeah. Disciple? Your master's pet?
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right?
Yes.
She gave us the impression that she was, less talkative person.
Yeah,
I simply do
yeah.
not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
What sort of person would take the all-devouring narwhal as a pet?
I have to
Certology.
agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
Same.
Good point.
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, child's master's master.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Certology. What's up with him?
Right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Certology.
Who?
I am unfamiliar with
one of the 5 descenders of Khaenri'ah.
So Master is insufficiently famous.
From Dane's
How
Leaf.
should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how
Rhine-daughter!
Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my
It's
master.
cool, things are actually linking together.
But I suppose you understand now, yes?
That's a good shot.
My master
Sorry.
is like a similar
Sorry.
sort to Rhine-daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you.
Vetterfulnir. Who is that? Do we know
That
anything
the
about that?
all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
That's not great. No, there's little to be surprised about, Paimon. It is natural after all. The prophecy will surely come true. We knew this and accepted it. However...
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
How? How did she deceive? Ooh.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain.
Dang.
On her throne.
Dang. This is actually real. This happened.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
I'm glad that wasn't the end of the cutscene. The music is amazing. How are they surviving?
Help! Over here!
I knew it. I knew they were gonna get boats. Chills. Wow. Yeah.
All hands, initiate emergency rescue.
It's almost like Ragnarok.
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand.
Oh, the little boy. Come on, Fremy. Lynette. Linny, still with his hat on, of course. Should probably lose the hat.
Look! The water's receding!
How did they manage to pull that off?
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
How? I mean, that's great and fabulous, but how?
Are you alright?
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
It's gorgeous. I wonder if that affected the environment. Like, are there gonna be, like, some ruined trees and other things?
The soil renewed. The Spina di Rosula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina di Rosula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future.
Why do we have Paimon narrating?
Give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know it.
Who are those again?
And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder
I'll
to find
think about
a
it
word
after.
with which to classify him and his team. Wow!
Not the guy who made the mimic.
Barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
They might have been real big shots from the start. We just didn't meet them in that capacity.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable
I was gonna
follow-ups.
pause to see how long the kids were gonna jump up and down for.
Go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
The articles do make me curious about how things will play out.
Byron's curious too!
Ow!
Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
And that's
Oh,
exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Okay.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Are we gonna have the classic asking question? Sorry, I always like seeing that. So it's not the ticket. I mean, yeah, the ticket is less than what this is. What is this? And we still have Child's Vision. Drop of water obtained from within the colossal beast. I'll read. Whoa! Okay. I'll read that after. And that's not as long. That's actually longer. Not long. That's not long. It's just these two. And then we have this stupid thing. I will, every single time that I get a new legendary item, I will forever be upset about the fact that the stupid Realm Dispatch occupies the legendary quest items. Why? Why? It's dumb. It's really not. Like, it doesn't belong here. It doesn't at all. Whatever. Finale. Why is music sad? Music should not be sad. Why is it telling me to go that way instead of this way? What, because there's a ledge here? Is that the Fatui? It is.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Yes.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Nave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping
Yes,
with our work.
Snezhevna.
Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I still don't know why.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Construction of...
You're here too, Clarand?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here.
Yeah, she didn't look too happy about that.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt
She's gonna
before the
leave.
duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake? Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate. Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
Yes. Smiles.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute?
No one cares about you, Paimon.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
Charlotte takes more pictures of Poisson in the clicking of...
All
I
right,
can't read that
should do
fast.
it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key.
Fair.
Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand. Wow.
Not until
You really do have that
a long
never say
time.
die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
You already knew she was going?
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right.
I still also don't know how the
moment I have with them.
Fontainians didn't dissolve.
I'll be making a move first. Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Ridesley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
She goes there often.
Speaking of that, would you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow, it's like we've got a menu or something. Sure.
Cute.
Good.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snezhevich?
Me? I'm fine with anything. But I would prefer chocolate, should you have it.
All right. Leave it to me.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Snezhevich. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Huh. Is it just me, or
What is going on?
did you get a new lipstick?
I did. It was a gift from Sijwin. Want to give it a try? I think the color would suit you, too.
It's strange. Okie dokie. I don't like the Fortress of Meripede.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Gives me shivers.
Like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Nah. Oh,
I'm
never
here to
mind.
welcome
Okay.
you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No
Wow,
need
she's
to
really
thank me, but that
peppering
said,
on the
I should be
compliments.
the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Who are we interviewing? Oh, it's gonna be Edwin. Yeah.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte.
Are we gonna get confirmation that they're actually dating? Please.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier.
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being
Rasley's such a
interviewed,
tease.
and I'm
Come
very
on, man.
thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on.
Crazy.
The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend.
I love Lumine's expressions.
If I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She really does know how to squeeze opportunities for all they're worth.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple?
They definitely are.
Well then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here.
No.
Any of you like to try this
Nope.
new drink I came up with?
We gotta go.
Sijwin.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Sijwin. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the
That's really funny.
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still
She's
more or
just
less the
waving.
same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier?
Oh ho
Miss
ho.
Levine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
Prefers to be anonymous or mysterious. You talk with Risley for a while and share news of
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh?
Too fast.
Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
Aha.
You sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed...
She left?
We'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
All right.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation.
Then I'm assuming the last people we're gonna meet is gonna be Linny, Lynette, and Fremy.
There'll be a...
Maybe?
Oop.
Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then... All right, last stop, the docks.
Yeah. Wow. This is good stuff. Oh, they want us to take the lift? Okay. I could just jump off, but this is nicer. Is it just not working, or should I? You know what? Fine. I'll just jump. Geronimo! Yes, I knew that it was gonna be them.
They really are here! How did you know?
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal.
Interesting.
But if you see any of your things
Circles
around,
back all the way
you
to
can
the
use
Act
this
1.
to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
Yeah, come on.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right,
What?
Fremine?
Is this what you meant by...
That's really funny.
I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
Lynette sure is working hard
Wing
to help
woman.
Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Sounds like that would suit him.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to
Yeah,
see
I was gonna
diver
say.
escape underwater?
Kind of makes it boring. Because you know.
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is
What
rather
about
perceptive.
Linny?
She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
So, how have things been, Traveler?
I'm doing all right.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very
I
grateful
wanna
for
speak
your
with her.
contributions to Fontaine.
Sorry.
That's alright. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well, after Lady Furina left, Father
She
and
left,
Monsieur
interesting.
Nervilette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over,
There's no need for a
there were
gnosis.
actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine
True.
and Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about.
He doesn't need it.
Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Yes,
Okay, fine. So we have
speaking of which,
one last thing to check
I did see
on.
him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
Yeah, where is he after he got chucked
They say
through?
that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
Well, I guess I can now call him one of my war buddies.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
And tend to wink wink.
So shocked by such
Let's
a
go!
simple switching of
Yes!
sides?
Sorry.
Father!
Yes.
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Yeah.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world.
I'm curious where NOD-KRAI's gonna take it.
It is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
Will you keep your position?
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds.
As a
What good is
harbinger, or as
honesty
the
if
House
you
of the
can't
Hearth,
rely on
or
it
as
forever?
what? I don't know.
As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Actually, I just remembered something. Please help us deliver this.
A vision?
Yes, child's vision.
All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you
Cool.
for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna have a riot. She's gonna go
Greetings,
crazy.
Miss Journalist.
Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me.
I was
will
gonna
not be
say,
able
yeah,
to serve as
she's
a subject in
definitely
your
not.
article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
Cute.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
What a mood, honestly. What a mood.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence.
Right?
I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This will be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go?
It's funny.
Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
Is it a gadget?
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was getting
Yeah.
out magic pockets when we first
It's a
met
big
too.
circle.
And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened.
Very wise,
Pockets
Lenny.
are
Very
still
wise.
The pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing
That
out
would have been a
pockets in
good
some other districts
moment
later,
to like
so we'll get
fade
going
to
now.
black on.
Have a good day, you two.
But I have a feeling we're gonna talk with Neuvillette. Yeah.
Shall we go see how Neuvillette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
At the Opera Epiclese.
Merciless.
Oh, and now there are like a bunch of world quests and stuff. Bam, bam, bam. 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 Bam.
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there!
Bam. 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 Bam.
So, you really are here, Neuvillette? Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed.
Such a
this
great
way.
voice actor.
In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time
Yes.
to before.
And I'm assuming the questions are going to be to you then. Interesting.
You remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved?
Yeah.
The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to
Is
say
it
them
just
out
going to
loud.
say, he's just going to talk about Focalor? Neuvillette sighs softly before telling you the truth concerning what he saw that day. About are we not going to get an explanation? Focalor deceived the heavenly principles and used Farina's endless performance to save Fontaine. That's vague though. What does that mean?
So that's what happened?
I only saw Farina's part myself.
Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But
Yes, but
still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element.
And that gives...
Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics.
The mimic.
But
Sorry.
so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would
there was some
naturally
thunder.
no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come
Unless it's
true
fireworks, I don't know. I'm sorry.
everyone.
You could say that it was at that moment that the Fontanians were finally truly born.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking,
Sorry, I
Focalor
didn't know
finally
that there were going
managed
to be
fulfill
fireworks.
the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Yes, so in tradition...
Ask away. I
Yeah.
will tell you the truth as I know it.
Here we go. About the initial verdict that was passed on Child.
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young.
Right, but what does that have to do with the Orreries?
All-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately
Yeah, I was gonna
using him
say.
to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans. Hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got another question. Back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans,
Yeah, I was gonna say, this was literally what I was confused about.
Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual.
But not all couples did that.
Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any
Like,
further use.
what about...
It'll
So,
probably live on as a local custom.
so what? The couples that didn't pray to the fountain would just never have kids?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About Fontaine's future.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
I would probably say the same thing too.
And moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel.
Good.
In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay
such a
down her
burden
burdens
taken off of you.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function.
You have to judge.
This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on,
only after your time spent, only after the 500 years could you validly judge it.
Of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person.
Good.
Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
Interesting.
That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy
Is it from him?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute.
Yeah.
Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow.
So will he never be able to leave?
Dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About Fontaine's gnosis.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more.
I have no idea why there are still fireworks going off. This is insane. It's a random Sunday.
As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude.
No, he's smarter than
as
that.
An apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About the next stop on my journey, Natlan.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there.
Interesting.
Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long
Yeah, we know
years
that
of
through the world
development and
quest.
evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity.
The Saurians.
Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Navy that
Capitano.
I believe may be useful to you. The Harbinger known as the Captain
Yes!
has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger.
There are 11 of them. Well, 10 of them now. 9 of them now that Wanderer and Signora aren't.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Nice.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
I have no more questions.
Hang on a sec.
Okay, sure.
Question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division.
What
They are
is his
certainly
reason?
sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What is it?
Please
Truth,
enlighten
I
us.
exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
What did she say to him? Gotta load up the domain. It's probably not a cutscene, I doubt it. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, it's not a cutscene.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
What is she hinting at?
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
The third descender?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Interesting.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity
Who's the
faded,
third
she
descender?
handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
That's a
I've
crazy
been training
draw.
with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably
She acts very
get rid of
superior.
objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal
I hate the
thoughts.
stupid fireworks. They've been going on for like
Reason no
10
longer
minutes
wishing
straight.
to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to?
Yes, please.
Who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to
I wonder
you
if that's
next
what we
time.
do in Skirk's story
Next
quest.
time. You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I?
She just
Could you be the
forgot.
messenger then?
Fontaine. It was, in my opinion, the worst Archon quest. The third
That's
one.
what she told me.
And the best one
Whether it
being
would prove
this one.
useful or not, I wanted
Really
to pass
long,
that information
but
on to you.
great.
The remains of... So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces.
Yeah.
How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting
True,
Fontaine
putting the
at
people
unnecessary
first.
risk by keeping it here.
A descender. She mentioned one of them. Yeah. I am the fourth descender. For me, this information means two things. One, that the Gnosis are related to the descenders. And two, that the one who came before me has already died.
I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar
Interesting.
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels
It's not creepy.
comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all.
Don't worry, I won't die so easily.
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
Yes.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yeah.
Yes. All of Focalors' efforts were for this moment as well.
Crazy.
She sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
Can you understand the will of the
I
gods?
suspect not.
Fiero.
But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all.
It's
And
very
what ultimately
wise metaphors.
is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us.
Wow. Good quest. Absolutely incredible. Truly. Just amazing. What is this? Oh, I guess. Yeah.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Oh, is it just...
Ask away.
Oh.
I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully
Yeah. Okay, fine. All right. Yeah, no, that was truly amazing. Like in every single possible way, that was incredible. What an absolutely amazing way to end off Fontaine. The characters are great. I was kind of tearing up at Farina, like just looking out at the people after everything, ended, was over. I thought that was very beautiful. Yeah, this was amazing. I've said it before. I really didn't feel so much when it came to Sumeru. I don't know. It didn't connect to me. I didn't really enjoy any of the characters besides Nahida. Like, other than Nahida, I did not feel a single thing for any of the other characters. We didn't get time with them. And I think in Fontaine, they really, really dedicate that time to the characters, which I think, is, from the NOD-KRAI streams and all the stuff Genshin has said they do want to focus more on, which I think is, obviously a very good decision. Sorry, I don't want you doing your idol. You're just here to look pretty. Sorry, that was rude. But yeah, I didn't really connect to Sumeru, and this was obviously a step up. And yeah, it had a very not great Archon quest and a very tedious third act, but Act 4 and 5 really solidified it as obviously the best Archon quest. So I'm very happy, and again, I think this was absolutely amazing. And yeah, like I said, all the characters were incredible. Navia, Farina, and Villette. Risley, not as much, but Linny, Arlecchino, all the characters in this were really amazing. And yeah, this has been my favorite region, even when it was just from the basis of I like the design of both the characters and the actual environment, and now obviously from the story, it is the best. I don't think Natlan will top it, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait and see because I'm not sure.
Like
I don't care about your talking. You're cool. I like you, but still. Sorry, I keep doing that. But yeah, this was amazing. I could talk about it for a long time. And I'm sure you could probably tell from the way that I went through the quest. I don't talk a lot. I like absorbing information. And that does make it a little awkward to stream sometimes because I feel like I'm not being a good entertainer. But I do think that I have some things that are worth listening to. When it comes to, looking for those small details, I think, Farina in her mind being in this outfit, and then when presenting herself being in this was a very real choice. I'm curious if other people picked up on that. Because, it could be a super obvious thing that everyone really realized, or it could be something that I picked up on. I don't know. But yeah, all in all, this was absolutely amazing. And I'm super excited for... I know it, like, we're doing the Dane quest, which again I'm super excited for, and the other Dane quest. Paralogism I'm super excited for. But Natlin is like, I don't know. I'm not like excited for Natlin. I'm excited for NOD-KRAI. So I'm excited to get through Natlin to be up to date. But I don't know. Maybe the quests will be good enough that when I get through them, I'll really enjoy them. But I don't know if they're going to reach the levels of Fontaine. We'll see. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. It's been a great time. Fontaine has been great. And I'll see you next time. I love you guys. So, wherever you are, have a great day or night. And I'll see you...